Welcome to Plug and Talk, where we show you behind the scenes of the banking industry. We will be talking about strategy, implementation, cybersecurity, and much more in our new series, Plug and Talk. Today we're talking about platform banking and how this is revolutionizing the banking industry. I have with me Philipp Buchmaier. He is Associate Partner at Synpulse and he's the product owner of Plug&.
Hi Andre, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure for me to talk today about Plug&, and how actually banks can benefit from Synpulse Plug& offering and to stay ahead of the competition in the market.
So let's start with Synpulse and their role in the banking industry. How does Plug& fit into the big picture?
Yes, so Synpulse is a traditional consulting company, and when we talk to our clients we see that they ask for more ready-to-go solutions, and with Plug& we built this solution. It's a ready-to-go banking platform, and yes, I'm happy to talk about that with you today.
If you look at the banking industry, what are the biggest challenges and how Plug& does address these?
One is definitely regulatory topics. So the regulatory requirements are increasing from year to year. The operations and run costs are also increasing. And then innovation, to be competitive in the market and develop new ideas and be outstanding compared to competitors.
Now, there's plenty of platforms around. What makes Plug& different and which clients are you addressing with that?
It's more fitting for the neobanks and fintechs out there. It has modular functional capabilities. Then it's in the cloud, so you can easily scale. So if you have growth ambitions, you can easily adjust your infrastructure in the cloud to your needs. It has a built-in regulatory framework, so you can easily comply with the regulatory requirements which are out there. The best case is if you're a fintech and a startup which would like to grow from a functional perspective, or if you want to expand in different regions. If you are currently in your local market, but you have also ideas about expanding in new regions.
And if you have such an implementation project, what is crucial about these projects?
One crucial thing is that you go with your own pace. So even if you're a fintech and you have large ambitions and growth goals, you should always focus on what you're currently doing at the moment. So if you want to go for Plug& really focus on transition your current business to Plug& and then do the expansion steps. So it's a step-by-step approach. Then the second thing is follow the standard. So Plug& is a standard offering with standard banking functionalities. So always focus to be as close as possible to the standard. What we also populate at Synpulse is an integrated team approach. So work really close with us as a vendor together in the project to see it as one global delivery team, and then overall a standard implementation approach. So this actually ensures to reduce the risks and have actually an impact or a fast impact with this implementation projects.
Mm-hmm. At the beginning you were talking about cost efficiency and how we reduce costs for bank. How does Plug& help with that?
When you have your infrastructure and applications in the cloud, then you can easily adjust the infrastructure to your needs. Yeah. So this is one cost advantage. So you pay what you need again. And then what we also mentioned before is you don't have this heavy upfront infrastructure investments upfront. You don't have to buy all the hardware before you start. You just have this pay as you use advantage.
So, and does this also address banking operations efficiency, or is it more technology efficiency?
Yeah, that's also a very good point. So when we talk about efficiency, if you really stick to the banking standard processes, you can really reach operational excellence when it comes to banking processes with high straight-through processing rates, and which is very important in our days because the more you can automate your processes, the more you can focus with your resources on other topics and really focus on your client and develop business and not managing internal processes.
Mm-hmm. Where is Plug&, now from a functional perspective, and where do we see it in the future? Where does it go?
Let me start with the future. Mm-hmm. So AI is a big topic. So we are more and more integrating an AI solutions and automation into the platform to have like this highest possible rate of automation, to automate processes, increase straight-through processing rates, and really have this best client user experience, but also end user experience. So this is when we look at the future, and at the moment we are maybe a step before that. So we still already have very high straight-through processing rates in the platform. It's highly automated, but of course AI opens new doors, and we are open to that, and we like to innovate, and we are open for innovation and expand the platform every day.
Thanks a lot. So is it more for retail banking or wealth managers, or does it even cover both options?
So that's the good about Plug& with the modularity or the modular system of the core application. There you can actually choose what you need. If you are retail banking, then you choose just the elements which are relevant for a retail bank. If you're a wealth manager, you have maybe a broader modular and functional landscape. So this is actually fit for everyone.
So modularity is a big topic and integration another one. How does Plug& address these topics?
Most banks and most clients, they come with an ecosystem. They are already integrated in third-party applications which they rely on. And Plug& is actually brings this openness to integrate with any kind of application. So you have Plug& and you can cover every functionality and business process and need with Plug& itself. But on the same time, it's open with APIs to actually be able to connect to any third-party application, any third-party service which is available at the market.
So you can differentiate where you need as a bank, and you can use the standard where you want to be cost efficient.
Yes, of course. So standardization is very important. So you don't want to build a new interface integration for every application. So that's also not cost efficient. So you want to use standard adapters where needed, where available. Yeah. So it makes sense to use them. But if you have a really good and important third-party application or ecosystem partner for your business, then it's of course easy to integrate.
So exciting times ahead. Thanks a lot for being here, Philipp, and looking forward to what happens.
Yes, thank you very much for having me. It was a pleasure for me to talk about Plug&. And if you're interested, reach out to us. We are happy to have an exchange about Plug& with you.
This brings us to the end of this episode. Thanks for watching, thanks to the expert, and see you next time.